I think it's less that and more finding a sense of adventure in your life.
They're all nuts. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, you got to be crazy. I mean, as well planned, as well trained, as well rehearsed as you are, you got to be crazy.
The stars admire them and couldn't survive without them. Stuntmen. And one of the brightest of the up-and-coming stunt stars is Spiro Razatos. Spiro has done stunts in over 130 TV shows and movies, like RoboCop, Back to the Future, and Maniac Cop. And these days, he's popular with producers as a stunt coordinator and even as a director of action sequences in films like Fast Getaway.
When I was 10 years old, when I first wanted to start doing stunts back in Denver, Colorado, and I started jumping off roofs and chasing my friends across buildings so I could practice to be a stuntman. But my mother was Greek and she's old-fashioned, and she never believed me. And about 2 years later, I finally showed her my tape of what I did for 2 years, setting myself on fire and jumping off buildings, and she almost passed out.
I mean, there's no way known that I'm going to jump off an 11-story building. I mean, let those guys do it because they've got it all figured out ahead of time.
And you, Cheryl, of course, you know you're jumping out and dropping back to your back.
Ever wonder how movie people plan their stunts? Well, our cameras followed Spiro as he coordinated stunts for a couple of features, and you can get a rare look at how some major stunts get pulled off. In the horror action film called Nightlife, stunt doubles Dave and Cheryl will be positioned on the side of this bridge. From the right will come a train. From the left will come a police car filled with explosives. Just before the vehicles crash and explode, Cheryl and Dave will leap off the bridge onto a makeshift cushion of cardboard boxes. But the jump is the easy part. The timing is what's tough.
And when it hits it, it blows. You guys got to make sure that you get out there enough to get before they get in the explosion. It's really important that you guys don't jump too soon because you'll be out of our shot.
What about anything with the wind?
Huh?
At least it's pushing the right way.
Yeah, it's pushing the right way.
Yeah, it pushes the right way.
You go.
If you guys miss, you got water to land on.
Yeah, shoot for the water.
The fall is 40 feet, the highest jump Dave and Cheryl have ever made.
There's a lot of variables, you know, it's at night, it's windy, there's a train coming, a car, there's going to be a big explosion. If we don't jump right, the explosion's going to catch us. If we jump too late, if we jump too soon, we'll mess the shot up.
Howdy doody time.
Yeah.
The kid I'm doubling, I can't wear that many pads on the show because he's really thin. So the more pads I put on, the fatter I look, and so I have to be very minimal on what I wear.
As a safety precaution, the train engineer executes some practice runs, and Cheryl and Dave realize just how uncomfortably close the train will come to them.
Train back to the same position, please, for another run through.
Backing the train up for another run.
Safety is the watchword on any movie stunt. The area will be covered with more than enough soft boxes for Cheryl and Dave to land on.
I'm going to have you with an extinguisher. I'm going to have 2 extinguishers over here for the guys just in case they get any fire around them. Okay?
Cheryl and Dave are covered with a flame-retardant gel, just in case they do get caught by the explosion and catch on fire.
What kind of a career are you going to have if you get hurt? You really have to be safety conscious, and a lot of people think stunt people, stunt women or men are daredevils, but they're not. They're very concerned with not getting hurt because the name of the game is longevity. I don't want to get hurt.
All right, let's go, you guys. Oh, wait, I see it. Go, have fun.
With the huge expense of filming the stunt with 6 cameras at the same time, plus crashing and exploding the police car, the stunt crew gets only one shot at getting this right. Cheryl and Dave have to jump soon enough not to get caught by the explosion, and late enough not to be out of the shot when the car blows up.
This is it, everybody. Quiet to the train. Bring it on.
yeah, no, it wasn't.
Looked like it went as planned. We just hope Spiro's happy, I'm happy.
We're good. Everybody's safe. Yeah. Nice. Everybody's safe. Yeah.
Certain stunts look very easy, like a car stunt. To spin a car around, you say to yourself, yeah, I can do that. I can learn that, how to use the clutch and the brakes and the accelerator and all those kind of things. I can do it. But the fact of the matter is, when you get into an accident with a car, you get some serious damage.
In one-man force, Spiro has to coordinate a spectacular car crash with its own set of dangers. Stunt driver Corey Eubanks will jump his car off a ramp, which will send it spinning through the entire right side of a semi-trailer truck. The car needs to come out of the truck and hit the boat parked next to it, at which point the boat blows up.
You've seen a lot of cars go through semis, but you've seen it go through the short way. I'm having it go through the long way, and I'm also adding a boat to it.
But if Corey's car falls short and lands in the boat, he could get blown up when the boat explodes.
I don't know what to guess on how much I'm going to hang up in this boat, in this trailer before I hit the boat. And if I hang up a lot and I hit, fall short, I got to rely on you not to blow it.
Get excited.
Put it right up against the truck until it this way. If you don't get through,
that's what we're going to do.
I'm just relying on you.
Get it?
Okay.
We won't burn you.
I hate it when that happens.
What could slow up Corey's car and prevent him from clearing the exploding boat is the material the walls of the truck are made out of.
Yeah, but this stuff is like
Really, really stiff.
if it gathers on you, it's going to just catch you.
Gonna build you up, keep
Really slow me down.
To weaken the wall, workmen put holes in it so that it can break apart more easily as Corey's car smashes through it. They remove the frame of the door.
Ready? Push off. 1, 2, 3.
A special ramp that's designed to make a car flip over is put in position.
This is going to slow me up when I hit it. See, it's real nice. No, I haven't seen that.
Open them all? Yep. We're going to build 2 solid walls of these liter bottles that have orange and clear and Coke. And we're going to take all the lids off all of them. So when he hits them, it's going to just make tons of all the liquid, everything's going to fire. It's going to look like pieces of glass, different color.
And soon it's time for Corey to go over his safety equipment.
And we got Lexan on my side that won't roll up or down. Okay. If you have to, you can't kick it out. No, I can kick it out. You can't. Yeah. You can't kick it in.
Corey's car is not built specially for stunts. It's just a street model with some unique modifications.
The engine's not modified. It's stripped off of any unnecessary parts and belts that it may need.
The gas tank has been taken out and replaced with a fuel cell. It's a container that holds a half-gallon of gas and is reinforced with quarter-inch thick steel, so nothing will leak out and catch on fire.
The chance of fire has been reduced greatly. We have a firewall that's back in here. If this, for some chance, was to ignite, got a firewall that separates the flames, any possibility of getting up front with me.
I think that's all it takes. I get a little flare.
Okay, Spiro, Corey is ready.
All right.
Okay, everybody steady up. Get out of that car now.
Come ahead, Corey. If he stuffs himself into the bows, then we don't have the shot we want, and we cannot blow the explosion. He cannot get stuck in the boat or get stuck short of the boat.
Take camera speed. Stand by. Action!
probably didn't know how much that side of that trailer was going to slow me down. I thought it would tear through it a lot easier than it did.
And of course, when I saw him slow him up like that and stuff him into the boat, I saw him get pitched over so that, you know, the guy could set the explosion off. It was a split-second decision about setting that explosion off. And, you know, he's safe, and that's the most important thing.
Whether he's crashing cars or jumping stuntmen off a bridge, it's all in a day's work for Spiro Razatos.